I like the Newcastle story. I think that they're gonna have funding. I think that Eddie Howe. I th- I think that there's question marks there. I think that this was a year where Liverpool had a lot of figuring out to do. Chelsea basically didn't have a manager. No offense to Graham Potter. No offense to offense to Frank Lampard because he offended all of their fan base. Um, and obviously, we can debate about whether Tuchel was the right decision to let him go or not. Again, there was a lot of moving parts. Tottenham, they were going through something. I think that there was so many moving parts that this was the season where um where people were gonna fall off. And Manchester United, I didn't think that they were that good. They got in top four, credit to them. And obviously Arsenal are where they are. I don't know if they'll get second or not. We'll get into predictions right now, and then we'll get into predictions closer to the season starts. We have to see how the squads shape out. But all this to say is, I think that's how Newcastle got in. I'm not a hater. I actually like their project. I like what they're doing. But I think they got in the top four because there were so many other teams that fell off. I think that Eddie Howe had a lot of question marks coming out of Bournemouth, and I just don't know. How about this? I'm not yet sold that he is that man. Okay, they're very defensive. That's fine. They had some standout players. I think Jolington was an amazing player. Almirion carried them for a bit there. Again, that's not it's fine because players have up and down form. It's a long season. That's okay. I sincerely if they get a massive cash injection, we'll see. I'm not sold on them yet. I think way too early prediction. I think that they're going to be the team that misses out on top four. I think that, and they were only solely focused on the league. They're going to add Champions League to that. Again, we'll have predictions as it gets a little bit closer. That's a team that I'm predicting that I think is going to have not only an early round exit against Champions League, but then they're not going to do that hot in the Premier League. I think that they miss out on top four. I think they'll be sixth. I think is where I'm tentatively gonna put them in sixth place. I again, I'm gonna get some hate, um, but that's just how I feel. That's just what I think. I think that that they had a lot of circumstances that fell into place. Whereas if it were like a normal season or whatever, um, I don't think they sniff top four. But we'll see. Again, that's great that they got in. Great for them. Gives themselves a lot of confidence. But that's just like my way too early call. Is I think that Newcastle don't repeat the success that they had this season.